Let's get right to Steve Liesman now for the minutes from the latest Federal Reserve meeting. Steve.
Tyler, thanks. The minutes of the November meeting say that if the economy performs as expected, as in inflation continues to come down, the labor market remains around full employment, it will be appropriate to gradually move the rate towards neutral. Notice that word gradually appears a couple times in the minutes. All participants agreed at the meeting to lower the rate in November. Almost all saw the risks on both sides of the mandate between full employment and stable prices to be pretty much balanced. Some saw less downside risk to the economy and the labor market. Some suggested that the Fed could pause if inflation remained elevated. Some said easing could be accelerated if the economy and the labor market weakened more than anticipated. There was uncertainty over the neutral rate, complicating the level, determining how restrictive the Fed is, and underscoring the need for the Fed to move gradually because of that uncertainty over the level of restrictiveness and the neutral rate. The committee did see progress on inflation, but noted it remained elevated. They expect housing inflation to come down in the coming months. A couple were concerned that inflation, however, could take longer to get to the 2% target. Several factors were seen putting downward pressure on inflation, including declining pricing power at businesses, the still restrictive monetary policy from the Federal Reserve, along with anchored inflation expectations. Some did not see wages any longer as a potential source of inflation, especially due to productivity gains. The economy was seen expanding at a solid pace, and the financial system had risks, including unrealized losses on bank assets and commercial real estate. Notice, guys, no talk of tariffs. The only mention of the word fiscal was in regard to China, and there was no talk on the election except for one note from the staff about volatility in markets around the election. But the Fed, those may have been issues that were on the minds of Fed officials, but does not appear they showed up in the meeting.